Welcome to the Knowledge Well. I'm Julia from the FullWell team, and I'm thrilled to bring you Dr. Brittaney Cook. She's a doctor of chiropractic and has a dual master's degree in science and rehabilitation, as well as nutrition and human performance. Her and her husband are former Nike trainers, and she also happens to double as a pre- and postnatal exercise specialist. And she's a mom of two, so she knows what's up. Today, we're going to chat with her through preconception fitness, some of your most common questions, and we'll round out the session with a quick circuit that you can incorporate into your day.
Okay, we're going to talk about exercising preconception. So before you get pregnant, it's really important to focus on an exercise routine that just maintains strength and a healthy weight. So before you get pregnant, you can use that as an opportunity to learn about how to breathe, how to brace your core properly, and learn about pelvic floor and its role in becoming pregnant and how it changes while you are pregnant. So biggest focus preconception is to maintain a healthy relationship with fitness, focus on strength training, and use that as a great opportunity to just learn all about core and breathing and your changes that will happen when you do become pregnant. We're going to focus on two things preconception when it comes to fitness. Number one, maintain your regular fitness routine. And if you are not exercising, maybe consider start with body weight mechanics or something that's nice and light and easy, just to make sure that you gain confidence in movement. It's really important to just focus on finding a healthy relationship with the workout routine. So if you're already exercising, keep doing exactly what you're doing. If you don't have a workout routine that you're in love with, maybe work towards using this as an opportunity to learn about how to breathe properly, how to brace your core, the importance of pelvic floor strength. And if you're potentially somebody who overtrains, maybe talk to your doctor about how the impact of overtraining can influence your outcome of becoming pregnant. It's also really important to use preconception time to focus on the importance of what's about to happen to your body when you do become pregnant. So learning how to breathe properly, like I already said, is my number one recommendation for training pre-pregnancy. Believe it or not, a lot of us don't actually know how to properly breathe and brace our core. So here's a tip on how to learn how to do that. So first of all, I want you to think about exhaling through a straw. So focus on pursing your lips and pushing air out through a straw. Also, do that when you're coughing. And that's how you would turn on your core with an exhale. So let's try it again. You're going to exhale through your straw and cough. As you cough, you brace your core naturally. Maintain that brace. And that's a really good step towards learning how to properly turn on that tummy. So preconception, use your workout routine as a way to find a healthy relationship with food, exercise, and to maintain a healthy weight. We want to maintain a healthy weight throughout our pregnancy, so that way we avoid complications that can happen with things such as preeclampsia and gestational diabetes. Number one, talk to your doctor, and they can give you metrics to guide you. But it's also super important to think about your mental health when it comes to your body weight. So if you feel really good about your body and confident, and you feel as though you have the tools to approach a change in your body weight successfully that happens naturally with pregnancy, that's great. So when I talk about maintaining a healthy weight, I totally understand if the number on a scale is a challenging thing to comprehend. And as a mom, I also understand how being pregnant dramatically changes your body weight and how that can affect your mental health. So preconception, use this as a time to meet with a professional and discuss those changes and how that might make you feel when you are pregnant. So that way you're prepared for it and you feel a little bit more confident going into the journey. If you're not already in a workout routine and you want to start, I would definitely consider just starting with body weight. And use this time to focus on form, because form is key with any movement pattern, any workout routine. Doesn't matter how heavy you lift, what matters is the basic fundamental form. So the movements I'm about to show you in the preconception workout, they do have dumbbells, but you can totally remove them from your workout routine and Just as long as you're focusing on movement and form, that's what's most important.
So as Britt walks you through her preconception circuit, I'm going to explain the moves to you. This is a 10-minute circuit where every minute on the minute you'll work 45 seconds at a time, taking 15 seconds to recover. Remember, body weight, totally optional. You can also choose to implement dumbbells and a band. Here's the list of exercises we're going to be doing in case you already kind of are familiar with them and you just want to go at it on your own. Don't worry, I'll explain everything to you as we go. Let's get started. First up, we've got a unilateral kickstand squat. You're going to stand feet shoulder width apart, knees together, and then just kick one leg back so that every time you go straight down, you're pushing through your heel, through your entire foot, and focusing that squat work in just one side. Let's try it. Nice. Here you're focusing on dropping straight down, chest stays up, that core is braced. And remember, every time you push up, you're breathing out the way that Brittaney taught you to earlier. So as if you're exhaling through a straw and coughing every time you stand up. That way you'll feel your abdominals turn on, your glutes and your thighs get a really nice burn on that working leg side. You see how her knees are in line and her foot is just kicked back in that kickstand position. You'll want to remember this because we'll come back to it later. You'll rest in 4, 3, 2, 1, recover. Take 15 seconds to shake it out and then we'll switch sides. Let's start that left side. So it'll be that exact same stance. Start with your feet shoulder width apart, everything's in line, knees are in line, kick that right foot back into your kickstand. You're not putting very much weight in that back foot. That's where the unilateral part of this movement comes in. Unilateral simply means that you're working one side at a time. So now you're focusing on that left side of your squat. Big exhale as you push all the way up. 10 more seconds. And you'll recover in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. That's the entire first movement of this circuit. You can repeat that on both sides as many times as you'd like. For now, we're going to move on to our next exercise, which is an active plank hold. Check it out. It's kind of easy to get into a plank position, but to hold it actively, you've got to be in line from the crown of your head to your heels. Your hips need to be down in line with your shoulders, core braced, and your shoulders are over your elbows. The active part comes when you pull your elbows back toward your toes. That's when it starts to shake and burn in your core. Let's try it. Here we go, 45 seconds. Notice how Brittaney's hips are even. It's almost as if she had headlights on each of her hips, they would both be shining down at the floor equally bright, right? So she's not rocking through there. Her lower back is pretty flat. She has her hip bones wrapped up toward her rib cage in order to keep her back nice and flat. You can't really see it because she just got a haircut and her hair is down and looks great, but her chin is in line with her chest. So she's one long line from the crown of her head to her heels. She's not looking up, she's not dropping her chin toward the floor, and she's actively pulling those elbows back toward the heels. 3, 2, 1, relax. Take 15 seconds and let's try that again. This time, let's see if we can make it even more active, meaning more shaky, more burny, more core engagement. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Now that you have the positioning down, let's try to make it a little more active going from the toes to the head. So push back through your heels. Think about lengthening through the backs of your knees and squeezing your glutes. When you squeeze your glutes, you'll also activate your core because that will initiate that little wrapping of the hip bone up toward your rib cage like we talked about. Your shoulder blades are very far apart on your back, and you're strong through the elbow all the way down to the tips of the fingers. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, take a few seconds to breathe, and now we're gonna move on to an upper body pull. For this one, you'll want to lie down flat on your back, bend your knees, and put your feet on the floor. From there, you'll push your hips straight up into the air, keeping the shoulder blades down on the floor, squeeze your glutes, and you'll want to take your arms from right over your shoulders, up above you, down to your hips. Brittany's using a band in this case, but remember you can always adjust and go with just body weight. Here we are in our first round. So you've got an isometric hold in the glutes and core as you work your lats with this pull. Find that exhale as you pull down. In general, you want to connect your exhale, the big powerful straw breath, to the movement. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your glutes and recover. We'll do that one more time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Push up, squeeze those glutes. Now, I know you're thinking, if I don't have a band, is it really worth doing this exercise? And the answer is yes. Most people don't know this, but you can get a really great back workout for your lats, your rhomboids, your posterior deltoids, all with just body weight. You don't necessarily need to lift a ton of weight for these, so even this isometric hold with a body weight pull of the arms, excellent move. Let's recover and move on to the next thing in 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now we're gonna go for a lower body hinge. Remember that kickstand position we did earlier? We're gonna use that again. Let's take a look. So for your unilateral kickstand deadlift, you'll find your kickstand position. Feet about hips distance apart. Just kick that non-working leg back, even though your knees will stay parallel to each other. Rather than taking a squat and bending deeply in that stable leg knee, you're gonna keep your back nice and flat and hinge forward. Let's try. So again, long line from the crown of your head all the way through your sacrum, and we're just hinging, this time really activating the glutes. So you'll stand up with a nice big snap and exhale. As you hinge, you'll take your hands, or if you're holding your dumbbells, down to about mid-shin. Only as low as you can go while still keeping the integrity in your core and your back nice and long. Let's take a breather in 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Here we go. Round 2 in 3, 2, and 1. This time we'll set up on that left leg. Think of your hip stacked over your knee, stacked over your ankle. And one thing that Brittany always says that I really like to take as a cue is that when you're deadlifting, your knees are bent, but they're not bending. So you have a soft bend in that standing leg, but you're not bending it deeply as if you're taking a squat, right? You're hinging here. Don't forget to breathe. Hopefully you're feeling that burn in your opposite leg glute now. Let's take recovery in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, you've made it to the very last move of the circuit. This one is pretty polarizing. We're gonna do some push-ups. Start in your plank position and lower down very slowly all the way to your chest. Chin is off of the chest, crown of the head's in line with your glutes, which are in line with your heels. You're pushing straight up through the heels of the hands. Let's try it. Now, as you can see, Brittany's doing a really great modification in order to build the strength in her pecs and triceps to be able to do a full range push-up off of her knees. She's lowering down in her plank, getting used to that, and then she'll drop her knees and do her big push-up with just a little bit of extra support. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No matter what phase of fertility you're in, it's important to modify as you need. Let's see if you can get 1 or 2 more reps in, and we'll recover in 3, 2, 1. Take a breather. Nice. Now this is the last 45 seconds of your 10-minute circuit, unless you're repeating it. Let's make it good. Here we go. Last round of push-ups. You are doing a fantastic job. Remember that even 10 minutes a day is really helpful when it comes to maintaining your body's strength. So we all have a really hectic schedule, some of us more than others. Some of us are limited on space, equipment, time. Hopefully this will be a nice way to just inject a little bit of targeted movement into your day. 10 more seconds. Beautiful. You recover in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, you guys. Remember, you can repeat that 10-minute circuit however you'd like. So if you want to repeat the movements all in one pattern and finish them, you're welcome to. If you want to do it 2, 3, even 4 times over, you're welcome to. Here's that card again. You can press pause, take a screenshot, and use this workout whenever you need a little blast of sweat. Thank you so much for joining us in the Knowledge Well. We'll be back to talk through pregnancy and postpartum fitness with Brittaney soon.